AI, man, it's coming for all of us. It's coming for all of us. And today, I just want to tell y'all about a personal experience I had today. And actually, when I say today, like I literally just got back from still sipping on my drink now. Like I literally just left. I not only stopped at one fast food restaurant, but I stopped at two. I'm gonna tell y'all why that is. I was headed to get some food, man. It's noon. It's lunchtime. It's prime time. Typically, fast food drive-thrus are not necessarily fast. They're like medium food, when you go through lunch. I'm going to keep out specific locations, but I will tell you the restaurant. The first one that I stopped at was Popeyes. Sometimes you go there and even though it's normal business hours, they not open. I drove through the drive-thru and began to talk. And then the person on the ordering system or speaker system immediately said, yo, sorry, we closed right now. Like quick, rapidly. I wasn't surprised because if any of y'all know, specifically if you're in the Tennessee area, man, fast food customer service and just... I'm sure the people are good people, but man, when they get to work, you can tell they don't want to be there. And it's not everybody. It's some people, not everybody. Dude was like, we're closed. And I'm like, okay, all right. As he was telling me he was closed, my eye caught attention towards the trash can that was in the back of the building. And I saw the person that I was talking to, which I assumed to be inside, was actually walking from the trash can because he had his little headset on. And as he came towards the vehicle going back to the building, I stopped him, not because I was frustrated. I was just curious. And I was like, yo, when are y'all going to be opening back up? But he was super cool. He was like, man, I'm sorry. He's like, man, our cooks hadn't showed up yet. Our cooks aren't here yet. Let's say about like an hour. It's lunchtime. And my boy is talking about the cooks aren't here yet. So they had to close down the whole restaurant because the cooks were not there at what I deem to be prime time. I'm like, oh, cool. It didn't frustrate me. I know how it is. Sometimes you got to try one or two before you get the one that you want to. Maybe not two. Two's a little far. I'll just go home and get some cereal at that point. I drove out the parking lot. I went right across the street to Checkers. As I pulled up to the menu system, and for those of y'all who are familiar with some of the ways that they go ahead and try to prompt you for your order, the menu system's like, hey, would you like to try our number one today? And typically, what I've experienced recently is the first voice is like a automated voice or some robotic voice or just some preset template that goes on. And after you say either no or yes, then the next person's like, what's up, y'all? Go and place your order, what you want. A completely different voice. This is where things get interesting. After I declined the promo to get the number one, I said, no, thank you. I actually think I would like 3 slushies. The thing's like, okay, perfect. Adding 3 slushies. What flavor, what size would you like? And I was like, oh, snap. Maybe this little automated voice is going a little further than the next one. I proceeded to give the rest of my order. And the whole time I was like, no, this is AI. Like it legit feels like I'm interacting with AI right now. And I didn't do this on purpose, but then I saw like the little nerd slushies at the bottom. And I was like, yo, actually scratch those slushies. Scratch all 3 of those. I want 3 of the nerd slushies. Okay, cool. It didn't say cool. Like it was like, okay, all right, got it. And I was like, did you really get it though? Because when you go to the drive-thru, sometimes people, I can't hear you. And I'm yelling my order loud enough that 3 cars back, like my boy said he want 2 McDoubles. Y'all know how it is at McDonald's sometimes. Like I'm literally this close to the speaker and they talking about they can't hear me. So I proceeded to give my order. I changed my order. The AI read it all back to me, made 0 mistakes. This is actually pretty smooth. I drive to the front where you go to the window to pick up your food. Elder lady opens the window and I'm curious at this point. I was like, yo, was I just talking with, do I have like ChatGPT working the order system? And she smiled politely and she was like, no, it's AI. Or she didn't even say no. She said, we have an AI system. That's what she responded. And as I looked through the window, I see what appears to be just 2 people working, her and like one other person who seems to be, handling food or whatever case may be. And that is when it dawned on me. With all due respect to all my ladies and gentlemen in the fast food industry, I was like, man, it feels like it's about to be a wrap. And I say this with all due respect. And I want to hear y'all's input on this as well. I've had multiple friends, family members, acquaintances who've worked at fast food restaurants. The thing about it is, I would be lying to y'all if all of them said they were super excited at working at these places. When you hear the people like, man, they customer service is trash, is, blah, 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 blah. Because I feel like in general, sometimes the people don't want to be there. Like they don't. They're at some of these places because it's a stepping stone to get to where they really want to be. So they need the money for right now. So I don't think for the most part, most people that I know personally would say, yeah, this is what I really want to do. Maybe if you're in ownership or maybe if you're franchising a location, your experience may be different. But for the most part, I don't feel like that is the case, which is why, like, if we segue back over to my first experience at Popeyes, like none of the cooks are here at noon. Like none, all of them just ain't here. This is why I'm not mad, because I know life happens. Like somebody may be mad about a cheeseburger and you mad that somebody ain't showed up to work, but like my boy, they sick, like legit sick, or they got a family member who died, whatever the case may be. And the only reason I bring this up is if you know that me and you and others know, like the customer service sometimes at some of these places, everybody ain't saying my pleasure like Chick-fil-A. Maybe Chick-fil-A may be exempt from this. And if you know we know this, man, y'all best believe I know the companies know that these folks don't care nothing about their job. I feel like it's a matter of time. I want to know. Y'all feel like this is bad, good, indifferent? How do y'all feel about this? I want to hear from my people who work in the fast food too. How do y'all feel about this? After the experience I had today, I was like, if they got the whole menu system making zero mistakes, man, I know sometimes you repeat a human, man, like let me get 2 McDoubles, and by the time you get your order, man, they gave you a McChicken. And matter of fact, they gave you a McChicken with no meat on it. It's just a mixed sandwich, a McBread. It really leads me to believe that if anything is about to get drastically impacted, first, I can see it being fast food. Less human error. And then 2, you don't have to worry about whether or not the robot wants to work at the fast food restaurant. I'm just going to keep it a bean. But if we know that, I know the corporations know, and I believe in my heart that the systems are in place right now to go ahead and be like, Terry, Bob, we don't need you. We got Siri. We got Burger AI, Fry AI, Taco AI. We got everything in place to make it happen. But I honestly think it's not being done right now because it'll probably be a crazy uproar of folks upset if a chain were to say, all right, we're not going with any employees. Maybe one person at the facility to oversee everything. Outside of that, the burgers being cooked by Burger AI, fries being tossed by Fry AI, orders being taken by What You Want AI, all of that. But I feel like it would be a crazy uproar if they were to do that. So I feel like it's going to be a slow phase out. So pretty soon, you probably will be seeing less people handle things of that nature. With that being said, we may finally see fast food actually being fast food again. It just may require people to let that go. Now, that's a scary thought, though, for a lot of people. And that's why at the beginning of this, I said AI is coming for us all. I'm not saying that we will not be able to work or do things of that nature, but there are certain places from a business and corporation standpoint, you can see they're going to have to do what's best for that business. I'm curious to see what y'all think about this, though. I know AI is a hot topic, especially when it comes to art or things of that nature, because it is we in the movies now, y'all. We are in the movies, and how we adjust is going to be pretty interesting. Before you know it, we always going to assume ChatGPT was running the whole checkers. That was my experience. It's your boy Addison, man. Talk to me, man. Get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this current conversation. I did find this interesting article on Forbes, and it got me thinking, like, who else is using AI within fast food? This particular article is titled AI in the Fast Lane, Revolutionizing Fast Food Through Technology. I'm seeing like robots within the restaurants. Like, that's pretty dope. Maybe it's just a unique experience there. But current uses of AI in fast food chains include already fast food chains use various applications within the industry, significantly impacting how restaurants operate and interact with customers. To begin with, there is increasing use of automated order systems, which I'm assuming is what I experienced today. Now, matter of fact, that is what I experienced today. Many chains are using AI-powered kiosks and voice ordering systems to streamline the ordering process. For example, McDonald's has implemented touchscreen ordering kiosks in many of its restaurants, enhancing customer experience and reducing wait times. Now, that right there, I could understand. One of my biggest pet peeves, though, is automated systems when you're like dealing with like a bank or some company that you're trying to deal with. I hate like that part. I hate it. Like, my trick for most of it is press 1 to talk to, press 2 to, bro, I'm always typing in random numbers so I can automatically get to, well, sorry, we didn't understand that input. We're about to connect you with the agent. I do that all the time. Like, sometimes it's like, all right, bro, I need to like really get down to what I'm trying to do and not weed through 5 different menu systems. But how smart they're getting now, I ain't gonna lie, it's improving. Catch y'all on this.
I just dropped a video and now I'm about to drop again. Every day, Negroes, you don't like it, just say ED. Yeah, before you hit my comments, play this song so you can understand. We film when we got energy, we black, we on that CPT. And if you want that early access, understand it ain't for free.